Come back to you in a second. We have other reporters as well. Our guests are there. Gaur Raza, scientist, is there with us. Smita Purushottam, space expert. Dr. Priya Hassan is also joining us, professor from Manu. But I'm going to come to our guests in just 1 second. So why is the Chandrayaan3 mission so important for ISRO, for Indian space research, and of course, for the pride of 1 billion plus Indians? Number one, it shows that India's tech capabilities in space exploration are unparalleled. It will boost the morale of not just the space community, but the entire scientific community here in India. The mission will also foster a sense of national pride. Remember, only 3 other countries have undertaken successful moon missions. India will become the 4th. It also promotes indigenous research and development at a fraction of the cost. In fact, the entire Chandrayaan3 mission is a fraction of what big Hollywood budget movies are. It's just about 600 crores. The sector has the potential to create lakhs of jobs. The space exploration sector, both in the private as well as in the government sectors. It will attract more private investment into space technology at a time when SpaceX and other space companies are sending tourists to space. India and ISRO could be doing it at a fraction of the cost. It will also position India among the top 4 tech advanced nations. Remember, only the US, the former Soviet Union and China have undertaken successful moon missions. India will be the 4th in the world. It will also pave the way for more international collaborations. Remember, as Srishti was saying a moment ago, NASA is tracking this, the European Space Agency is tracking this. All the world's eyes in that sense are on ISRO and are on Chandrayaan3. Because this is what it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. In less than half an hour, we will have the final descent begin. The automated landing sequence will kick in. Let me go across to Professor Gaur Raza. What is the sense of occasion here for us? Just paint it for the 1 billion Indians who are watching this with bated breath. What does today's moment mean for them and mean for folks like you in the scientific community?
The question has been asked repeatedly whenever there has been a high point, and this is high point for not only scientists, not only for the country, but the entire scientific community, especially those who are working on space research. It is a moment where everybody is excited. And as you said, and most of us know, that the entire scientific community is looking at us and is interested in what is the result finally of the exam that is at the moment going on for Indian scientific community. What is going to be the result? So it's a high point. The palpitation is high. One has fears. As a scientist, I must tell you, we always are ready.
All right, Professor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're getting live footage now from Mission Control. These are live pictures coming in from the Space Control Room in Mission Headquarters in Bengaluru in ISRO. You can see the row of scientists who are all tracking the developments. This is the trajectory that it is supposed to take, the Vikram lander. At 5:45, in exactly 20 minutes from now, the final descent will begin. These are tense moments. This is the ISRO chief, Mr. Somanathan. You can recognize him from the back. This is the leadership team that is sitting at the back row. Of course, in the front rows will be the people who are directly involved in the mission. This is a moment that is being waited with bated breath. Remember, for all of us here, this is a moment of pride. But spare a thought for these folks. They have put years and years of their lives' work, blood and sweat and tears and toil for this one moment, and this is what it boils down to. The next 20 minutes decides that fate. And as Professor Gaur Raza was saying, success is great, success is many fathers, but you learn much, much more from failure. So the images from 4 years ago will also be there in the back of the minds of some of these people who are directly involved with this mission. You heard from the ISRO chief saying some time back that they have learned their lessons from the 2019 failure. They have adapted and made changes. And I want to ask our guests, as we stay full frame on these pictures, I want to ask our guests, and I'll start with Professor Raza, What are the changes that have been made? What is this moment right now as we're seeing this live feed of the mission control room in Bengaluru at the tracking center, the ISRO tracking center in Bengaluru? What does this moment mean, sir, for scientists who've been working on this mission for the last 4 years?
They have learnt a lot. ISRO scientists have continuously, for generations in fact, generations of ISRO scientists have worked on major projects. These projects were not initiated a day earlier or a year earlier or a decade earlier. These projects were initiated long ago. And they have learnt, and they are today confident that there is going to be soft landing. The major changes that have been made after learning the thing is that there has to be full control within the lander to decide where to land. The area which it is going to scan this time is much larger.
Interrupting you, but can we go back to full frame pictures? And there is commentary coming of what is going on.
के सतह पर उतरने के ऐतिहासिक पलों को देखने के लिए तैयार और उत्सुक हैं। जी हाँ, इसरो के गौरवपूर्ण इतिहास में एक और अध्याय जुड़ने जा रहा है और आज हम सब लोग इसके साक्षी बनेंगे। आप ये सारे विजुअल्स अपने स्क्रीन पर इसरो के मिशन ऑपरेशन कॉम्प्लेक्स यानी मॉक से देख रहे हैं, जो कि बेंगलुरु में स्थित टेलीमेट्री ट्रैकिंग एंड कमांड नेटवर्क इस ट्रैक से प्रसारित किया जा रहा है। ये विजुअल्स आपको पावर डिसेंट के काउंटडाउन और उस पथ को प्रदर्शित कर रहा है जिस पे चलकर लैंडर आज चंद्रमा के साउथ पोल पे सेफ और सॉफ्ट लैंडिंग करेगा। आपको ध्यान दिला दूं, इस समय हम लोग पावर डिसेंट शुरू होने से लगभग 22 मिनट दूर हैं। जो दर्शक थोड़ी देर से जुड़े हैं उनकी जानकारी के लिए बता दें, आप लोग इस ऐतिहासिक पल को इसरो के ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट, फेसबुक, ट्विटर और यूट्यूब पे भी देख सकते हैं।